Saw myself for a brief second there. But hello, RGL TV. So I am davidtki, and hold on a sec. Is there a filter on the screen or something? Right. Give me just a bit. I want to double check some stuff because this stream doesn't look right to me. Wonder what that's about. Yeah, it does look really weird. Alright, hold on folks, we're gonna try to work on this for just a bit. The screen is looking a lot duller than it should. We're just gonna figure things out. Alright, welcome back everyone. So, yeah, we got all that stuff taken care of. Sorry for the technical issues. My name is davidtki, and I'm going to be showing you Joe and Mac, Caveman Ninja. But wait a minute, this is... Well, what console is this game originally for anyways? Actually, it was originally an arcade game, but it was since ported to many consoles. A couple of months back, a group I'm in called Board Boosters picked up Joe and Mac, and we were originally supposed to run the Genesis version, but after looking at the game, we found out there were versions for the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo, the Game Boy, and, as it turns out, DOS. So I am playing the DOS version of Joe and Mac because of course I am. I saw that there was a DOS version and I was like, okay, I'm going to put a time on the DOS board as well. Turns out there wasn't a DOS board, so I created one. But let's go ahead and let me just remap my keys really quick, just because I don't know what the default keys are. They don't persist every time I restart the game. We're just gonna go ahead and get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, we're gonna be playing as, I believe this is Joe. I kind of think of this game as basically kind of like a run and gun, like Contra, but the DOS version is... Ooh, I did not get the pepper there. I was expecting to pick up a spicy pepper there. I guess it's fine. But you're gonna see that there are a lot of enemies on screen. There are no difficulty settings, and we're immediately getting into a boss. Giant dinosaur here, so I gotta focus on the dinosaur. I can hold the fire button to charge up a super attack. The big dinosaur only becomes vulnerable once he finishes stepping back, and he always steps forward, does an attack, and then I can finish him off there. Stand about 65% on the right side of the screen. That he's always going to move into place after beating the boss. Next level, waterfall level. So this game actually took me several tries to learn how to play, just because there's so much going on screen, and it's just kind of throwing everything at you at once, and you also have a limited number of lives and continues, so it took me, I had to learn all these fights. This plant becomes vulnerable after a while. You gotta hit it in the mouth, but as long as you hit it perfectly every single time, he's gonna get stuck in a pattern here. At this point, the game is going to split off into two different paths. I'm going to stick with B, that's what I'm comfortable with, but I believe both paths are auto-scrollers. This one just happens to be going up a cliff rockside face. I can only have 2 projectiles on the screen at once, but that's usually enough to take out most of these rocks. Enemies will usually show up and try to cause trouble, like just as they're barely on screen. And yeah, uh-oh, look out for all that. Whew! Nearly fell off the edge there. Yeah, I am thinking that the DOS version is actually fairly faithful to the arcade version. So let's see, we've got the pterodactyl boss here, who I'm hoping he does not do that egg dropping attack, because I have to wait for him to drop the eggs. Oopsie. Didn't get a full charge there. Uh-oh. If you let your attack wind up for too long, then you will eventually wind yourself out and have to take a moment to recover. But took out the pterodactyl boss without too much problem. Only saw the egg move once. Then we get to this water auto-scroller level, which is probably the stage that I have the most difficult time with in this run, because there's so much going on, and the stage moves very, very slowly. Very slowly. Bounce a dinosaur to death. Oh, I want this egg, because this egg is always the the Shocky attack. It's a pretty useful little attack, although it does come with a weakness. Its range is not very far, but yeah, it you can use it pretty quickly, and it does a lot of damage. So, great weapon to have if you can hold on to it, at least for a while. And that's not always guaranteed, especially in this stage, since stuff comes at you fast. Shock the dinosaur. Then you've got these flying pterodactyls that are trying to dive down at you, and they tend to move pretty erratically, but after a while, you can eventually figure out what they're doing. They are predictable, but if you don't know how to predict them, they're somewhat erratic. Then we've got all these sharks, I guess, swordfish. I don't know, but they're a major reason that I want the spark, just because there's so many of them, and it's so rapid, and they appear close to you anyways. Okay, that was scary. That's not over. It's okay, now it's over. Then we gotta be wary on this section of auto-scroller, because the path is going to split again, but there's a little gap here where an electric fish shows up. I'm going to be taking the upper path this time. So yeah, another auto-scroller. You've got a pterodactyl of some sort carrying you, and then all of these birds coming from above. Watch out! A lot of those eggs do have weapons, and if you accidentally pick one up, then you're gonna have it. And I don't have another way to get a spark again, as far as I know. Moreover, most of the weapons are pretty inferior to your basic axe. I'm just using the spark right now because it's useful for certain places. I can aim upward, but I'm also going upward when I do so. So, something to be careful of. Especially since they're coming on screen and they've got boulders, so you don't want to go up into them. Whoa, those are some big fruits. Then you've got these pink birds coming on. They do shoot projectiles, so you gotta be aware of them. Alright, so we got another big boss here. I'm going to be wary of this boss. After each hit, he's going to spit water, and I'm going to time my jump so that I make it over the water. Then he can go underwater and do one of two things. If he rears up like that, then he's going to shoot a bunch of fish at me. That's the attack that I don't want him to do because it's slower. He's going to rear up on the same side if he did that fish attack. So, and yeah, you can only get in 3 hits or so on him. The Genesis version on easy difficulty, this is what I want to see, because if he comes up like that again, then he switches sides, but you can go ahead and take him down. You don't have to wait through an attack to attack him again. These next 2 stages, I think, are going to be pretty make or break for the shock. So we've got... Whoopsie! Yeah, we got a bunch of boulders coming along, and you can bounce off of them. It's safer to do so. I'm likely to wait for this platform second from the right to get high up anyways. I think I'm going to wait for the pattern there. And then I'm going to wait for these boulders here and take B. This level is pretty challenging because there are a lot of enemies here. Uh-oh. That's not good. Yeah, I accidentally picked up a weapon, which is the last thing you want to do in this level because that's fire, and the entire ground here is pretty much lava. this is a tough level. Give me a bit here to focus. But there's a lot of enemies in the way. And yeah, all the upgrades in this level are fires. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Alright, this is concentration time. I did use up all my lives and have now had to use a continue. And I have gotten the fire again. So I'm just gonna let... Oh, man. I do not usually get walled this hard by this level, but it's a tough one. Okay, now I have a strat. I can just duck left under that ledge. I'm hungry. Once more with feeling. We're gonna let that go by. Ah, dang it. I do not understand how I'm getting so walled by this level now, because I was not having this much trouble in practice. This is a very tough game. Like, I made the first few levels look easy, but if something goes wrong, it's very easy to get overwhelmed. There we go, there we go. I'm past it now. Which brings us to this boss right here. He is kind of difficult to deal with. If I knock him back there, then he will do a predictable jump over. Unfortunately, let's just... That didn't work. Yeah, he started throwing out a whole bunch of projectiles, which I'm not very good at dodging, and if I bounce off of them, then I'm going to end up... Yeah, let's... Oh, boy. Okay, there we go, that'll get him. This boss and the next one are usually the ones that I struggle the most with. We're gonna end up in a little falling section here with a bunch of food on the way down, and this food is in the same spots every time, but that brings us to the mammoth boss, and the mammoth is what I really wanted to have the shock for. So, the way this is gonna work out is that I'm going to be watching that trunk carefully, because sometimes he picks up a boulder and sometimes you can jump over it, but sometimes you can't. But you hit him in the trunk enough times and you will knock the trunk off. So that should be smooth sailing from here. As long as his eyes open, he'll be vulnerable. But if he does the stomp like that, then you're gonna have to either dodge these falling boulders or destroy him. Alright, this brings us to the final zone, basically. Skeleton graveyard, a lot of enemies here, and these first few... Ow. Got struck by lightning. I wish I was the one doing the striking with lightning. I want to make it to the boss, and then I'll go ahead and take the death here to restore my health. Attack? Okay, there we go. Ow. That's not what I wanted to get, but I'll just deal with it for now. So the way this is going to go out is you wait for him to reassemble. I really do not like this weapon. Okay, you wait for him to reassemble, and then you hit him in midair. You jump down here, wait for stuff to fall down, jump back up when it's clear to jump back up, and then hit him. Alright, one more attack should do it. There we go. Not even close. Thank you, Meggles, for that raid. Alright, we've got another path split here. So I'll take the upper path. I think I can work with this weapon, but it's something that I don't want to go into the final boss with. Yeah, as you can see, sometimes it just kind of shoots upward and does some aiming. So we've got a dinosaur here. Every time you hit it with a power attack, oops, he will spit out 2 dinos. Ow. But if he's far back, then you're gonna have to take care of both of them. But if he's pretty far forward, you'll usually only have to hit the back one. Alright. One more hit. There we go. Okay, that brings us to the final boss, and I have to find out if I can hit the heart with this weapon, and I think I can. You gotta be careful here, because the heart is the more vulnerable thing. You do more damage if you attack the heart, but if you do a power attack on the heart while he's on screen, he might spawn multiple worms, so just stand here in front of him so that he jumps over you. You get a hit there, hit these worms on the ground, 1 hit on the heart here, a hit on him. If he takes a while to delay, you usually know you'll get a good hit on the heart. And then time is usually on last hit, so I'll go ahead and just call time there. 1541. That's actually okay, given everything that went wrong. The 3 different paths here select your ending. Which one decides what are they going to be chased by. I like the bottom path because it's... Oh no, cute girls. Ah! Run away! And that's Joe and Mac, Caveman Ninja for DOS. So, yeah, this game's a lot of fun, but very difficult. Like, as you can see, you lose control, and things fall apart fast. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for Joe and Mac. Let's go ahead and cut to a break screen so that I can set up for the next game.